Hi, good morning, everyone. Today I am going to start a good topic residential status of a person, individual family, firm, company, association of person. Okay, at the end, I make sure that you will understand the complete topics. So, before we are going in deep, please subscribe to my channel, Fine Telangana. So, let's start. So first of all, we discussed in the previous classes regarding residential status. So today we are going to start the residential status of Hindu undivided family under section 6, subsection 2. So these remaining points we can continue also. These 5 topics, make sure we are going to cover. Then first, residential status of Hindu undivided family under section 6, subsection 2. This section says about Hindu undivided family. We are going to discuss now. The head of Hindu undivided family is called Karta. Okay, head in the sense the boss. The head of the family is called Karta, and he is assessed and liable to pay tax on family income. Okay, he is the responsible. He feel responsible to pay the income tax, and he is liable. Then the members of the family are not liable to pay tax on the family income, which is known as copper sinners. However, they are liable to pay the tax on their individual incomes only. Okay, here they are not eligible to pay the tax because they are the family members in the Hindu undivided family, and they are liable to pay on their individual incomes only. Here, if the karta is unable to pay tax for any reason, then one of the family member, we call him as a manager, who is known, who knows the complete affairs, then such family member will undertake the responsibility to pay, and such member is called manager. Okay, sometimes what happens, the karta's health condition or the karta's is unable to pay the tax. He is not in a situation to pay the tax, then the person who knows the complete affairs of that Hindu undivided family, then he feels and he takes responsibility to pay the tax. Such person, we call him as a manager. I think you got who is the karta and who is the manager. Okay, to determine the residential status of such person, the following situation will be undertaken, that is, the place of control and management of its affairs will be the deciding factors. I think you know what is resident. Okay, the person who is residing in India, he is the resident of India. The person who is residing in Sri Lanka, he is a resident of Sri Lanka. The person who is residing in America, he is a resident of America. That residential status determines, okay, based on the place of control and management of its affairs will be the deciding factor. So what are the factors we are going to see now? The Hindu undivided family controls and management of its contact affairs. Contact in the sense all the business matters is partly or wholly situated in India. Then it is said to be resident. Then they are said to be resident. See, listen once again. The Hindu undivided family controls and management of its affairs is partly or wholly situated in India. Partly or wholly, complete their business transactions will take place in India, or partly takes place in India, then we call them as a resident. For example, here small example is there. You observe the example: business rules and regulations, recruitment process, appointment, promotions, transfer of staff, and bonus given to staff on festival occasions are done in India. If they are done in India, that company which is situated partly or wholly situated in India, then it is called resident company or resident. Okay, I think you got a clarity regarding this. resident. Control and management of all the affairs of that concerned meeting. Okay, I have given example. You observe the example also. The next one here, the Hindu undivided family controls and management of its contact or affairs is done outside India, then the Hindu undivided family will be considered as non-resident, though the property may be in India. Okay, listen here. This concept is very, very important. The property is there in India. Okay, property is there in India, but the control and management is in their hands. They are situated outside India. They are outside India. The main point is here. You observe this one. Okay, you observe this one. Control and management. Control and management is a very, very important. This control and management is done outside India. That is the reason they are called non-resident, even though their property is there in India. Okay, then the family members or karta may live in India, but the place and control of management is outside India. Then such Hindu undivided family is considered as non-resident. Already we discussed, the same point is written here. To determine the residential status of Hindu undivided family, the following two sets of conditions to be satisfied or verified. Okay, these conditions we are going to apply. They are basic conditions and additional conditions. These are the very, very important conditions, and you have to keep in your mind these conditions. First, the basic condition is applied to determine the residential status. What is the basic condition? The control and management of Hindu undivided family is said to be resident in India if it is wholly or partly situated in India during the relevant previous year, that is before 2018-19. 2019-18 is the relevant previous year. Okay, if the control and management, okay, the control and management, I'm focusing on control and management here, wholly or partly situated in India during the relevant previous year, such company is called such basic condition we should satisfy. Here, the control and management affairs of Hindu undivided family is said to be non-resident if they are wholly situated outside India, then they will be treated as non-resident. Okay, then here I am given small table also to understand. Okay, here it is easily we can understand the resident or non-resident by observing the following table. You observe these serial numbers 1, 2, 3. Then residential status. Suppose the person is a resident, to whom we call resident, wholly situated in India. Control and management, wholly situated in India. Such person, such company, okay, we are call them as resident. Okay, that is the first one. Then second one here, non-resident. Non-resident, nothing but here, wholly situated outside India, complete their control and management outside India, then we call them as non-resident. Then partly situated within India or partly situated outside India, then we call resident. Okay, that is a basic condition. I think you got the basic condition. In basic condition, what the point is saying that the control and management affairs which is situated in India, okay, they are called resident. The complete wholly they are situated outside India, they are called non-resident. Partly or partly situated in India, they are called resident. Then here the additional condition, if karta or the manager of the Hindu undivided family stayed in India for at least 2 out of last 10 years preceding to the relevant previous year. In the basic condition 1, this is a rule 1. Okay, karta should stay in India for a period of 730 days or more during last 7 preceding to the relevant previous years. You observe these 2 points here, at least 2 years out of last 10 years, he is saying 730 days or more in the last 7 years. Okay, you have to keep in your mind 2 years. Okay, at least 2 years in relevant to the last 10 years, 730 days more during the last 7 years preceding to the relevant previous year. The next one, residential status of karta or manager for the relevant previous year is not to be considered but his residential status for the last 10 years is a deciding factor whether Hindu undividend family is ordinarily resident or not. Okay, based on the relevant previous year, we have to consider the relevant previous year. What about his last 10 years? That is a deciding factor. If Karta or manager satisfy basic condition and one or none of the two additional condition, then Hindu undividend family will be considered as ordinary resident, that is resident and ordinary resident. So you observe this point, Karta or manager, to whom we call Karta, you know, and who is a manager, you know. If they satisfy the basic condition or one of the none of the additional condition, then that Hindu undividend family will be considered as ordinary resident or resident. Okay, if Karta or manager does not satisfy the basic condition, then Hindu undividend family, he will be considered as non-resident. Any one of the condition, if they satisfy, sir, resident or non-resident, resident or ordinary resident, we call them. If the Karta or manager does not satisfy the basic condition, then Hindu undivided family is called, considered as non-resident. Okay, I think you got the idea regarding basic condition and additional condition. Then shall we go to problem? So you observe the problem, carefully observe, focus on the problem. Mr. Raja Rao is a Karta whose property is situated in India and he belongs to Hindu undividend family. During the previous year 2018-19, he was in London. Determine his residential status of Hindu undividend family. Okay, based on these problems, you understand that he is a Karta for whose property is situated in Haryana. Okay, you have to determine his residential status relevant to previous year. Relevant to previous year. First, apply the basic condition. Basic condition in the sense, place of control and management is important here. Okay, during the previous year 2018 and 19, the control and management of affairs is outside India. Then the basic condition is not satisfied. Then the residential status of Hindu undividend family is non-resident. Okay, I am focusing on place of control and management. This is the condition. Okay, this is the condition. Place of control and management is the condition. According to this condition, we are not satisfied with the basic condition. That is the reason in this problem, he is the non-resident. Then go for the second problem. Mr. Jagadish Rao is the Karta, left for New Zealand on 15th February 2015, who belongs to Hindu undividend family. He stayed for 30 years here. Okay, he stayed for 30 years. See, he returned to India on 18th August 2018. In his absence, other family member, Mr. Dutt Rao, used to manage the affairs, determine the residential status of Hindu undividend family for the assessment year 2019-20. Okay, Jagadish Rao is the Karta of that family. He went to New Zealand on 15th February 2015. Okay, first apply, according to your problem, first apply the basic condition to know the residential status. Okay, that is the place of control and management is very, very important here. Place and control and management of Karta, who is normally controls and manages the affairs of Hindu undivided family. Okay, the family member can control and manage the affairs. In the options of Karta from India does not make the Hindu undivided family as non-resident. In this case, the place of control and management is in India. It will be considered as resident here. Okay, you observe the problem. He left on behalf of Jagadish Rao. Mr. Dutt Rao is appointed as the manager. He knows everything about that business. The place of control and management is taking place within India. That is the reason we are going to consider here that Hindu undivided family is a resident. Control and management is a very, very important here. I think you understand the problem. Then second Okay, then second condition here, that is additional condition, if the manager stays in India. Okay, see the point, if the manager stays in India, resident for 2 years out of 10 years in the past, he is a resident, stay in India for 730 days in 7 years in the past, more than 730 days. Here I am giving the small conclusion. If the manager satisfies both the condition and it is proved that the residential status of Hindu undivided family is a resident or ordinary resident. Okay, if we are going to satisfy any two conditions, either basic condition or additional condition, then we call them as resident or ordinary resident. Okay, then we go to the next topic, a good topic, residential status of the firm, company, association of person and other person. So before we are going into all these topics, we start with the first topic. Okay, that is residential status of the firm, which comes under section 6, subsection 2. Following procedure is to be applied to know the residential status of the firm, company, association of person and another person. First of all, we need to know the resident, non-resident. Okay, resident, non-resident. Then here you observe residential status of a firm, which comes under section 6, under section subsection 2. There are 4 variety of firms are there, like partnership, sole proprietorship, corporation and limited liability company. And to know the residential status of the firm, that is resident or non-resident, okay, resident or non-resident, the control and management are partly or wholly situated in India during the relevant previous year, that firm is known as resident. The control and management, since beginning I am saying control and management is partially or wholly situated in India during the relevant previous year, that form is called here resident. Okay, the control and management partly or wholly situated, see here, control, I am saying control and management, okay, control and management partly or wholly situated outside the India, then only the firm is known as non-resident. Okay, shall we go to the problem? Okay, ready with the problem? See the problem. Devendra Babu is a resident of India. Already they are saying resident of India in the question itself. And Mr. Hari, a citizen of India working in Africa for the last 16 years, are partners in a business in Warangal. Okay, as per the partnership deed, partners, they have to meet once in a month in China to discuss the business matter, determine the residential status of the firm. Okay, these two persons are, they're running a partnership firm. Okay, under the partnership deed, it's an agreement between these two persons that they have to meet at least once in a month in China to discuss the matters of the business. So here, place and control of management is considered to determine the residential status of the firm. In this case, the business meetings are held outside India, then the firm will be considered as non-resident. See the business meeting, control, the place of control and management. I am repeating that place of control and management is a very, very important here. This place and control will be outside India. That is the reason we are here considering them as non-resident. I think you got this point. Okay, then next, Devendrachari and Hari, both of them are citizens of India working in Hyderabad. See, these two persons are citizens of India working in Hyderabad from the last 16 years as partners in a business. As per partnership deed, they have to meet once in a month in Hanamkonda to discuss the business matter, determine the residential status of the firm. See the place and control which is there in India only. Hyderabad is within India and Hanamkonda also within India only. So I think you got the answer also, I think. So go to the answer here. place of control and management is considered to determine the residential status of the firm. In this case, the business meetings are held inside India, then the firm will be considered as resident. Okay, in the first problem, the meetings are held outside India, so we can say that the place of control and management outside India, that is the reason. In the first problem, we consider as non-resident. In the second problem, the place of control and management within India, that is the reason we are going to consider them as resident. I think you got this problem and you understood the topic also regarding the firm, resident and non-resident. Then go to the residential status of a company under section 6 subsection 3. A company which is incorporated under the Companies Act 1961 or 2013 is known as Indian company. For the residential status, the company will be treated as resident or non-resident. Okay, listen here. A company which is incorporated, under the Indian Companies Act 1961 or 2013, known as Indian companies. So we have to prove them whether they are resident or non-resident. If the company is situated in India in previous year, then it is said to be resident. Why? Because previous year income only we are going to consider for the assessment year at the time of calculating the tax liability. Okay. Here the first point says that the company which is incorporated under the Indian Companies Act 1961 or 2013 said to be Indian company. The place of control and management in that year is in India, said to be Indian company. It means that the place of control and management, where the management of business decisions that are necessary for the conduct of business activity of an entity as a whole. Okay, if the above condition is satisfied, then the residential status of the company is resident. So listen here, wholly complete place of control and management which is situated within India only. That is the reason we are going to say that company is a resident company according to Indian Companies Act 2013 or 1961, which is registered or which is incorporated. Whole control and management which is there in India, we call them as a residential company or resident company. Okay, then next move to the next one. A company which is not an Indian company. Okay, company which is not an Indian company, that is the control and management is situated wholly or partly outside India, then it is considered as non-resident company. It means the place where the employees, managers and board of members meeting will be held. Okay, if the foreign company's business which is wholly controlled and managed in India shall be considered as resident in India. You observe these two very, very important points. See here, in the first point, employees, managers, board of members, their business is under the control of outside India. That is the reason we are calling them as non-resident. If the foreign company is there, but in the foreign company here what happens? Employees, managers, board of members, their meetings will be held within India. That's why they are the resident in India. Okay, then we go to the next one. A foreign company shall be treated as non-resident if the business and its control is wholly or partly managed outside India. Okay. The next one here, I think you got a good clarity regarding company point of view also. Okay, company is very, very important. The next, residential status of association of person, that comes under section 6, subsection 4. Okay, here association of person includes what? Charitable trust, clubs, cooperative societies. Okay, to know the residential status of an association of person, whether resident or non-resident, okay, the following factors, that is the place of control and management, will be deciding factor. Okay, here the place of control and management is fully or partly within India, then the association of person is said to be resident. See, from beginning I am saying control and management. You have to focus on these point, this word, control and management. Okay, If the control and management is outside India, then the association of person is said to be non-resident. Then next, residential status of every ever and other person, section 6 subsection 4. This is the last topic in residential status. The every other person includes an artificial judicial person and local authority. To know the residential status of these persons is to determine by knowing the situation of, again, place of control and management. If the place of control and management is wholly or partly situated in India, then it is said to be resident. The control and management is wholly or partly situated outside India, then it is said to be non-resident. Okay, here place of control and management is very important. So at this, we can say we are completed this topic. I think you understand this topic. If you have any doubt, please mention the doubt in the comment box, or you can write the points and you can send in comment box. Please subscribe to my channel Fine Telangana. Okay, we will come with latest updates and good informations. So thank you very much for today's class, and we'll meet tomorrow. Okay, Jai Hind.